What's good, guys? Haas here, and I haven't done an I am a yugituber in a while, so I thought I'd do that today. So today I'd like to talk about yugitubing is a business. Now when you think about it, is that you're trading all them cards for the stuff you want, and then you get high dollar cards whether you sell them or you trade them for what you want is kind of the way you do it. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I found myself I really don't sell a lot of cards because selling online is kind of difficult because some people are like, oh, I never received or something like that, so I rarely don't do it. But I know a few people who will buy from me online, and they're very trusted, so I always go with that. But it's like a business. When you want something, you get the money and then you go get it. You work towards it, and when you finally have enough to get it, you get it. I know it's kind of weird what I'm saying, but what happens is that whenever I get a high dollar card, I rarely ever sell it because I always put it in my trade binder, and then when it's in my trade binder, I trade for really big stuff. For example, I remember when Inceptor Hornet was at $30 and I pulled it. So I traded it to someone and he valued it at 30, and I got a whole bunch of good cards. But I didn't need the Hornet. Back then I didn't need the Hornet, but now I need the Hornet, even though I already have one, so fortunately it's only $3 now. But like, there's a good example. Cards don't stay the same price all the time. For example, Big Eye, when it first came out, was like $10. Now it's $150. Draco Sack, that's a $200 card. It's $200 at my locals, but I'm not sure about you guys. But it's a business. I mean, come on. We sell our cards, we trade our cards, we get what we want, and when we get what we want, we keep it. But when we get something we don't want that other people want, we get rid of it so we can get what we want. It's a business. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to level with you guys here, because all I know is that when I trade, I always try to get what I want. And isn't that mainly what you try to do when you're yugitubing? Is you trade for what you want, or you trade for stuff you know other people want. So I'll trade a bunch of smalls. I remember when I traded my friend Jack for his Geargian X, he valued it at $50, and I gave him my binder, but I have a bunch of small stuff in there, or I had a bunch of small stuff in there, so I just traded him a whole bunch of smalls. And I got the Geargian X for practically free out of a bunch of useless cards from like Hidden Arsenal and stuff like that. So that was a good trade. Another good trade is Pokemon cards. My locals just started to buy and sell them, and I had a bunch of Pokemon cards that I don't even use, and I sold them to them, and I made over $50, $60 on like probably 12, 15 cards, and I got in-store credit, so I got $70, so I just made a whole bunch of money. And when I went to go trade with the kids that were there, nobody knows the value on Pokemon cards there, so nobody knew what anything was, so I would trade Pokemon cards for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I trade a $1 Pokemon card for what they give me up top for a $15 card like Abyss Dweller or something like that, because that's why I got the 2 Abyss Dwellers. I traded some good Pokemon cards for it. But it's not like you're trying to scam. It's like, that's not what I'm saying, is that I don't even know the value of Pokemon cards, so I'm not really sure how to even trade those. But when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I know the prices on a lot of cards, and I always try to get medium dollar cards because I know people want those, but I can't get high dollar cards because I don't have the best collection in the world. But I have 8 decks that I love, so I'd rather have 8 decks than just a bunch of trading cards just laying around that I'll never have anything to do with, which is pretty much what my binders are, just cards I don't even want. And then, so yeah, I guess that's what I want to talk about, is that yugitubing is business. You do what you do to get what you want. So thank you guys for watching, and Haas out.